afternoon. I am Go Local Live contributor Chelsea Gay here in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. I'm excited today to talk about some upcoming local events in the Rhode Island area. My first guest is Andrea Carneiro from the Preservation Society of Newport County. And she is here to talk with us today about the Newport Food and Wine Festival and also about the Preservation Society as a whole and all of the fun fall, winter events you guys have coming up. So I'd appreciate you coming on the show.
Always a lot going on. Thanks very much for the opportunity.
Yeah, no problem. We're excited to have you. So I know you guys have a big event coming up this weekend.
We do. In fact, it starts tonight. The Newport Mansions Wine and Food Festival.
Yes.
It's a 4-day event, and this is our 13th year. It's hard to believe we've been doing it for this long.
Oh, that's amazing.
But it's a lot of fun. It's an event that has a variety of things, dinners and seminars and cocktail parties and the grand tastings coming up, and it all takes place at the Newport Mansions.
Wow. And Marble House, if I'm not
Marble House is the site of the grand tastings on Saturday and Sunday, which is kind of the centerpiece of the weekend of the event. We will have nearly 600 wines from 200 wineries all there that people can walk around and taste and see what they like, and all varieties. They come from all over the world. It's a really fun event.
And I'm assuming there's local representation with that wine too. Or?
Oh, absolutely. We have the vineyards right here in Rhode Island, from Napa Valley, from California, from Australia, from France, New Zealand. They're coming from all over the world. But yes, absolutely, we have local representation, and among the restaurants as well. We have several dozen restaurants from all around New England, including several from here in Rhode Island, Newport and Providence.
Oh, some local favorites.
Red Stripe from Providence. People know Red Stripe.
Yeah,
and
of course.
Tavolo Wine Bar is going to be there. And we
Delicious.
have basically all of the great Newport restaurants, Castle Hill, 41 North, quite a number of them that are going to be represented. And so it's a great opportunity to come and meet the chefs, because the chefs themselves do come.
Oh, that's great.
And they'll be there, and you can talk to them. They'll be presenting some of their best dishes, and they really enjoy interacting with people. Okay. So it's a great chance to learn about the wines as well as the food.
Well, you got to eat while you drink.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we make sure that we have lots of food for people to be able to drink and enjoy. And the setting couldn't be better. You're sitting out there on the lawn at Marble House, overlooking the ocean. The weather forecast for the weekend is beautiful.
Oh, I know.
The one thing I have to tell people, though, is that the Saturday grand tasting is sold out.
Okay.
So if you did not get your tickets for Saturday, unfortunately, it's too late. The good news, though, is that we still have tickets available for the grand tasting on Sunday. So you can go to our website and get those tickets at newportmansions.org.
So quickly walk our viewers through what is happening over the weekend. I know you said there is a dinner tonight, which is not as cost effective as some of the other options. And then Saturday is sold out, but
what else is there?
Yeah, what else is there for people to do? How can they interact with this event?
Sure, and if you're just learning about it now and you're thinking about, what can I do this weekend? You can start tomorrow, all day tomorrow, at the Breakers Stable in Newport. We are having seminars all day long. So there are a variety of different seminars with wine pairings with food, oysters and caviar. We have a cheese and wine seminar. Delicious. We have seminars about rosé and about California Cabernets, and a variety of different seminars where you can actually sit, meet the winemakers, meet a number of sommeliers who are very expert, meet some chefs that are creating some of the food to provide the pairings, and really learn about how foods and wines go together and where these wines come from and how the grapes are grown. Then tomorrow night is one of the signature events as well of the festival at Rosecliff. It's an event we call Wine in Rosecliff. And it's basically a high-end fun cocktail party with wines.
It's a gala, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a gala. It's a gala.
Is it black tie? Or?
It is not black tie. No, cocktail attire is fine.
Okay.
And it starts at 7 p.m., but there will be a number of wineries that will be presenting some really higher level wines that they serve. And also some of the restaurants will be providing some specialty foods as well. So there'll be food stations and wine stations throughout the ballroom and the terrace at Rosecliff. And that's a fun event. We'll have music for dancing as well.
Great. Yeah, Rosecliff is beautiful. So.
Absolutely.
Can't go wrong with the setting.
It's a great date night if you're looking for something fun to do,
absolutely.
and it's a really nice evening to be out.
Guys, take your wives for a date night. I mean,
Absolutely.
Come on.
There's another more high-end dinner at Rosecliff on Saturday night called the Vintner Dinner, which we will have a four-course meal provided by several chefs who will be also pairing those with some very select wines. So that'll take place in the ballroom at Rosecliff. But of course, the big signature events of the weekend are the grand tasting. The grand tasting. And that happens on the back lawn of Marble House.
Yes.
And as I mentioned, we will have nearly 200 wineries total that'll be there sharing some of their best vintages. We will have several dozen restaurants and other food purveyors, as well as quite a number of other exhibitors. So there's things to do, to look at, to taste, wines and food, lots going on. It's a beautiful full day from 12 to 4. If you buy a VIP ticket, you get in at 12 o'clock. A regular general admission ticket, you come in at 1 o'clock.
Okay. And I know that the event Saturday is sold out, but there is an exciting guest. Zach Posen is attending. That's awesome. How did that happen?
Well, Zach Posen has partnered up with Monogram. And Monogram Appliances is our culinary stage sponsor.
Okay.
Food and Wine Magazine is our presenting sponsor. They have been for a number of years. And several years ago, Monogram joined us as the sponsor of the culinary stage, where we do cooking demonstrations. Zach Posen, who people know as a fashion designer from Project Runway, and he has actually started dabbling in the world of food. He has actually authored a cookbook, Cooking with Zach, and he'll be signing that cookbook as well on Saturday.
Great.
But he's done some design work for them. He's actually designed the front panel of a refrigerator for Monogram. So he's doing a lot of design work that's related to them and outside of the fashion world. And so he's joining us through the auspices of Monogram, and that'll be fun as well.
Oh, great. And so the event's not only fun, it's also charitable, if I'm not mistaken. 100% of the proceeds go to the Preservation Society?
Absolutely. Preservation Society of Newport County is the host of this event, and all of the proceeds from the event go to historic preservation in Newport. They help us to protect, preserve, and present the Newport mansions. So we appreciate that support from everybody that comes. There's a good reason for you to come and feel good about what you're doing, as well as having a good time.
So that's going back to making the mansions beautiful. We were just talking earlier about cleaning each individual chandelier at the breakers.
It's an expensive proposition. Preservation is an ongoing effort. And it's constant restoration, preservation, keeping these buildings in pristine condition and in a condition that we want to present them to the public. We have over 1 million admissions a year to the Newport mansions. People come from all over the world, and it is expensive to keep them up.
I bet.
Even just the kind of regular maintenance that you do on your house when you're doing it on a house that's 138,000 square feet, like the Breakers. It's time consuming and expensive.
I know, there must be special people that have to come in and take care of all that.
We have an incredibly talented staff of caretakers and conservators and curators who manage all of that and make sure that the houses are properly cared for and are kept in museum quality condition.
Great. And so we've got the Food and Wine Festival coming up this weekend, but we're now entering this beautiful fall foliage stage of the year, and then we've got Christmas, and I know that the Newport mansions have so much going on during that time. So tell us a little bit about what we can expect coming up in the fall.
Sure, and we are busy all year round, and people tend to think of Newport as a summer destination. It's not. It really is a year-round destination, especially in the last few years. Fall is a very busy time in Newport. A lot of people don't realize that Newport is a major cruise ship destination.
Oh, I didn't know that.
In the fall, cruise ships come, almost every day it seems. But for September and October, we will have several dozen cruise ship landings and major ships, mega ships, all the Princess lines, the Holland America, all the big cruise ship lines will come into Newport. And so it's a busy time. A lot of visitors, they're coming from around the world. And so the mansions are open daily, right through, and there's plenty to see and do there. We have lots of different tour opportunities. And of course, really the day after the festival is over, we're already talking about Christmas.
Yeah.
So Christmas at the Newport Mansions is, of course, a huge event.
Tell us about that. I know it seems early, but I know that it's good to get your tickets planned ahead because it's a very busy season for you guys, if I'm not mistaken.
Christmas is a very busy season throughout throughout Newport.
Yeah.
People don't realize that actually the planning for Christmas decorations and events and activities for Christmas actually begins in January.
Okay.
Our curator of historic landscapes began planning last January the kinds of decor that he was going to have and the design he was going to do in each of the houses this year. Shopped for some of the decorations, did his planning, and he's got it all sort of planned out now. And the actual physical decorating of the houses, the Breakers, the Elms, and Marble House, actually begins right in the middle of October. It takes over a month to get all of the decorations up, and they'll be finished just the weekend before Thanksgiving, and we'll start Christmas at the Newport Mansions then.
Okay, and what is the experience of that? Is there caroling? Do you do, what happens?
A variety of different things, events. Of course, the houses are open for tours, and they're all decorated. The Breakers, the Elms, and Marble House, all decorated, open for tours, and it's a great place. People come year after year after year to see how it changes, to enjoy the opportunity to have their pictures taken in front of the 15-foot tall poinsettia tree at the Breakers, or to see what the changing decor is throughout. We also have special events called holiday evenings at the Newport Mansions, and so they're evening events primarily at the Breakers. On Saturday nights you can come, and it's an open house style, so you don't have to take a guided tour, or you don't have to take the audio tour at the Breakers. Some of the ropes are down. You get to stroll through the Great Hall. We do have live music. We will have carolers and various choral groups singing holiday music. We'll have very light refreshments, so eggnog and cider. And it's a nice opportunity to see the house lit up at night and looking kind of like it would have if you were back in the day with the Vanderbilts or the Berwins at the Elms, and kind of what it would have been
there,
what it would have been like to be entertained there on an evening.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have been incredible.
Absolutely, it's a lot of fun, and it's worth seeing, and you really make some great family memories for the holidays at the Mansions.
Of course. Well, it was so great to have you on with us today, Andrea. I really appreciate you coming. I know we got a little ahead of ourselves talking about the winter, but it seems like a great event this weekend, and tickets are still available if I'm not mistaken.
They are, except for the Saturday Grand Tasting. You can still get tickets for most of the other events. Just go to our website at newportmansions.org, and you will find it there.
And if you go to the Newport Mansions website, you can find out about any events that are happening.
Absolutely. There's an events calendar. You can just peruse that. You see all about the lectures that we offer, the various other events, store events, book signings, Christmas, all the different things that we do.
Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, you have a pretty robust Facebook page, too. People can check that out.
We do.
I heard you go live.
Very much. We do. Thank you very much. Yes, we're very active on Facebook, the Preservation Society of Newport County.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Andrea, for coming on. It was great to chat with you.
Pleasure to meet you.
We'll be right back with our next guest. And as we said, if you don't have plans this weekend, try to get out to the Newport Food and Wine Festival. Have some drinks, food. There's nothing better than that.
Absolutely. It's a great event.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.